My name is Dejan Ristov, and today I will present Christian Hansen new presentation, Keep It Great. Before I start the presentation, I would like to thank you, Sodinal colleagues, for the invitation. And for all cooperation we are having in the last years with them in the near future. Keep It Great, it is under Christian Hansen new umbrella, which is about bioprotection, in wine, in meat, and in dairy. Everything with natural solutions. You are the people who the most know how much works goes in each and every wine bottle you produce. So that is the reason we are calling it Keep It Great, from the start till the end bottle. So, bioprotection, it's a natural way of protecting the must, wine, against unwanted microorganisms like non-desired yeasts, molds, and non-desired bacteria in the wine. With Christian Hansen products, you can control all the processes in natural way. And by this, suppressing all these unwanted bacteria in your must and wine. So natural ways to keep it great. First and very important, keep up the market trends. In Christian Hansen, we have in the last 15 years, but we can say in the last 7 to 8 years, a massive increase in our marketing department. We are looking about all the market and how end consumers are looking for the food in general. This morning, we had discussion about the wines with aromatic teal profiles. We absolutely agree with all of that. And as well, lowering the alcohol. This is the topic number one for us, because all wine producers worldwide are asking that we find a good solution to lower the alcohol level in the wine in a natural way. So Christian Hansen have a solution already for that, to decrease the alcohol level up to 1%. Other interesting market trend, it is lowering the sulfates or wine without sulfates. So with Christian Hansen product, you're also protecting your brand by controlling all the processes and having end bottle always on a good quality. And looking about safety. What we mean with safety, it is because all our products do not produce biogenic amines. Biogenic amines are allergens from wine. They are coming with the histidine, who is with bacteria moving to histamine. In Switzerland, they already have a rule, maximum 10 milligrams per liter, it's allowed to have the biogenic amines in the wine. Germany, it is as well, will very soon, now it is a very big topic there, they will implement 2 milligrams per liter, which actually it is very low. And we think that this trend and this biogenic amines control will start even more massive when supermarkets will start implementing, like Aldi, Lidl, Carrefour. So with Christian Hansen products, you can keep your biogenic amines on the low level. So what Viniflora can do for you? Go natural. Take control of your processes. And by this, increase your profitability. So keep each vintage with the best you can, because we have a lot of challenges there. First, which is one of the most important, is the grape quality. So quite often, in a winery, you need to manage with a grape quality like A, B, C, or D. This is the same ranking in a wine. So depending on the year, you can have high sugar or low sugar, high malic acid or low malic acid. So a lot of challenges for you to make a good product each year. As well, you have a lot of challenges with the microorganisms in the must. They're all coming first from the grape. And then, biogenic amines, non-clear framers, some voluntary acidic can increase with bad malolactic fermentation. As well, some lactic acid bacteria unwanted or some Brettanomyces can appear. So looking here, we have for each stage, we have a bioprotection solution for that. So before fermentation, early colonization on the must, as well anti-oxygen, and not oxidizing the wine. We have as well some strains who are producing from sugar, they are producing lactic acids. And depending on case to case, except bioprotection, you can increase aromatic precursors or the mouthfeel, depending what product you're using and what is your target at the end. By adding malolactic cultures, one thing it's you're managing with malolactic fermentation. By this stabilizing the wine. But when you're using Christian Hansen product, it is with which a lot of cells, and they don't give and with the Christian Hansen product, when you add it, you are adding so much good cells on lactic cultures that you don't give to other microflora to grow up, only by natural way, with no addition of SO2. So now I will show you one of the products and possible ways to manage. Product, it is Viniflora Fruitzen. I believe some of you already know about this product. It's a product used for direct inoculation. I will show you a case from the last year when we used Pichia clouveri to protect the must. What is Pichia clouveri doing compared with other yeasts? It is consuming the oxygen double faster than any Saccharomyces on the market. With Fruitzen, you're increasing the flavors. And as I said, it's for direct inoculation. And product, it is added in two ways. First way, which now we are seeing as the best way, it's when you add the Fruitzen when you are smashing, crashing the grape. This trial was in a rosé wine from Grenache. So we add the product during crashing the grape. So you add the product like an enzyme. By this, you can decrease the level of SO2 with 50%. In this case, you can see that we add only 20 milligrams of SO2. So Fruzen, when you add it in such a grape or such a making a rosé wine, it's consuming the oxygen very fast. And by this, you're getting it a good shade of your rosé, a very good color. Color which is going to pinkish, bluish shade, and not an orange, which is unwanted. And by this, you don't need to add a lot of SO2. Because high level of SO2, it's not going to help you. With lower SO2, you will as well increase your aromatic profile of the wine. Second case with the Fruze on the grape, it is done on Sauvignon Blanc in France in Sancerre region. The aim was to decrease the level of SO2. That was the first aim. You see it here, we decrease with 50% the addition of SO2. We add Pichia Clouverie, fruits and product. When we smash the grape, crush the grape. Grape was in a press for 1 hour and a half. After the press, we are taking the juice from both. This is without, this is with Fruzen. And after press, we are checking the tiles, precursors actually, in a juice. And you can see they are increasing between 25 and 50%. We noticed this because before we was adding Fruzen in the must only. But all the precursors actually are on the skins. So this is our newest suggestions. The best way for Fruzen is adding it in a must with a contact with the skin. You can do it with less SO2. You can increase the precursors, which are needed for increasing the tiles. And you'll have a better color of the wine. So after Fruzen, you can add Saccharomyces product which you wish, or the Saccharomyces product which need to transfer these precursors to tiles. And Sodinal already have a good product for that. Other product which we have with bioprotection effect, it's Prelude. It's a pure Tulaspora delbrueckii strain. We have two effects with prelude. First effect, it's bioprotection. This product is used during cold maceration. What normally winemakers are doing where they are making cold maceration? You are adding it SO2 and you are adding between 5 and 10 grams Saccharomyces. This is the standard process for one cold maceration, and you keep it at between 8 and 12 degrees. But Saccharomyces, with high level of sugar and low temperature, they cannot stand on this osmotic pressure. They start to produce sulfuric notes, H2S, SO2, and as well they are increasing a lot free fatty acids. And free fatty acids are not good for your malolactic fermentation. Our suggestions for bioprotection is using prelude, again between 5 and 10 grams. Turaspora delbrueckii, compared with Saccharomyces, it's having a double membrane on the cell. And by this, they are not that influenced from the osmotic pressure coming from the low temperature and high sugar. Also, other possibility in the must, you can decrease the SO2 as well. Because prelude, it's much more faster developing and taking control over the contaminations. Other possibility is to use the prelude to increase the mouthfeel. In this case, you need to add between 30 and 40 grams per hectoliter. With prelude, you will double the natural polysaccharides in the wine. So you will get wines with a high mouthfeel. With this slide, I would like to show you what is happening in the grape juice. It's a jungle out there. This is a project with Eurowine, microwine. It is subsidized by European Union. And Christian Hansen is the industrial partner. This project was for 8 million euro. We are 15 PhD students around the world. We're collecting grape, juice, wine from different places, and we were checking each of them on the metagenomic project. It's meaning we check each DNA. So we have a lot of data. You can see in the first part here, this is in a grown must from Aryan grape, one and the same parcel. Dry year, you will see how much is the Saccharomyces. It's about 65%. The rest, you can see it here. The same parcel during the wet year, you can see what is happening. So when you know these things, you know that by adding SO2, it's not helping you here. You need to take other microflora that suppress the other. Now we will say a few words regarding monolactic culture. Why to use it and bioprotective effect from them. So, why viniflora? Why to use Christian Hansen? Because all our product, when you add them to the wine, you have between 1 and 2 million liters live cells per milliliter. And that is the absolute minimum. And 1 million per milliliter it is the needed number that you can go through malolactic fermentation and to suppress contamination. Because it's not only important that you go through malolactic fermentation. It's very important that you keep the other microflora inside very low. Otherwise, the other microflora is producing off flavors, biogenic amines, voluntary acidity. Looking at this slide, again it is from project with metagenomic. You can see day 0, 1, 2, 3. This is all different bacteria inside. When you add viniflora product, you are immediately on the same day you have already starting with a big part of the viniflora and taking space from the others. On 26, 96% of the bacteria, it is viniflora. So you don't give the other contaminants to work and to spoil your wine. And we see in the final wine, we are still present. When I say present, it's meaning it is based on DNA analysis. You cannot find it as a live cell. So this is the most natural way how you can control your process and getting the best of the wine. This is Jameson effect, and how actually what I'm saying this, it is more visualizing. When you're adding culture or protective yeasts, you're starting with a high level, then you have some luck phase here, and then the population starts to grow. As soon as reach between 10 to the 8, 10 to the 9, it's starting equilation phase. This phase is starting when it's no space to grow. And this is between 10 to the 8 and 10 to the 9. This is how much you can have microorganisms in the food. What is happening with the contaminants? All the contaminations, they are starting with much lower level. That's why their lag phase is much longer. But afterwards is starting the expansion phase. This is something you definitely do not want in your product. Okay. Yeah. And this is what is happening when you have the protection culture on top. Contaminants, you can never stop them to grow, but you can limit them really easily with some of our products. So this is at the moment how much strains for bacteria malolactic fermentation we have. You can see there are 7 different strains for malolactic culture. It is 4 important parameters that you should focus on. It's temperature, alcohol, pH, total SO2. I'm not going to go with each of them. I will just highlight the newest strain we have from this year officially in our range. It's Viniflora Sparta. It is for wines with low pH, high alcohol, and high levels of SO2. And last year, some of you probably know, Viniflora Nova. it is the strain where you first make malolactic fermentation and then you do alcoholic fermentation. Normally, we are recommending for fruity young wines. So, all Christian Hansen products, we're speaking about the bacteria, are for direct inoculation. You open just the pouch and you add it to the wine when you need it the most. You don't need any rehydratation or any preparation phase. So, keep it great and increase your profitability with support with Christian Hansen products. It's an absolute natural way how you're increasing your bottom line. So thank you. If you have any questions, please. Oui. Da. 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 I will translate in English your question first. So our colleague from Bulgaria is asking, fruits then accept oxygen, what else is consuming? Nutrients or organic acids? So my answer is yes, it is checked how much nutrients it is needed for the fruits then. Before, in the past, we was thinking that it's much smaller, but in the last 2 years, with intensive trials we have with these 15 PhD students, we see that fruits needs the same amount of nutrients as any Saccharomyces. So how much you feed the Saccharomyces, you should feed the same amount in fruits as well. Okay. Other question? Odoi?
So, after using Frutzen, regarding the clarification, can appear some problems? Okay. Altcineva?
Aș avea două întrebări pentru domnul. În primul rând să mulțumesc pentru introducerea noastră în biotehnologia modernă. Asta este primul aspect pe care l-a făcut și pe care ne bucură. În al doilea rând vreau să vă spun că în România studiile de taxonomice au identificat peste 22 de specii de drojdii care se găsesc în majoritatea pădurilor. Avem podgori cu pe care am reușit să le identific eu. Dar avem areale cu o bogăție microfloră extraordinară.
But also some areas with very rich bioflora.
Și cu capacitate fermentativă foarte puternică Și cred că aceste testări ale dumneavoastră ar fi binevenite să fie făcute în mai multe centre, pentru că fiecare centru are o anumită frecvență a speciilor. Ceea ce ați prezentat
And
dumneavoastră.
Mr. Contact invite Christian Hansen to test in different areas and different countries, depending on this bioflora.
A doua întrebare ar fi următoarea. Fermentația malolactică pe care o realizăm cu toții, cu bacteriile dumneavoastră sau cum mai vrea și Dumnezeu uneori, așa, în cazul dumneavoastră, în cazul bacteriei, sigur că o cramă mare care are sute de vagoane nu-și permite sau nu are timpul la dispoziție pentru a trage imediat vinul de pe depozitul de bacterii și a interveni cu stoparea acestei activități.
Mr. Context says that in a big winery, they don't have time to immediately remove the must and to use viniflora nova.
Da, și diflarea leșilor. Întrebarea pe care o pun eu, pentru că am lucrat foarte mult în domeniul acesta, aportul de acizi volatili, care se poate realiza pe activitatea sau pe metabolizarea altor resurse energetice, cum ar fi restul de glucoză, fructoză și așa mai departe, care ar fi diferența între situația folosirii bacteriei dumneavoastră și situația mai proastă pe care o găsim în microflora spontană?
Regarding the volatilic acids, which will be the influence on Martor proba versus Christian Hansen bacteria? Will be decreasing or increasing?
This is very, very depending on the microflora you already have. We do not know what microflora you have in your factory in order to compare.
Vă pot spune eu. Deci, în microflora care se află în Podgorica din sud, în România, este formată din pediococi,
south of Romania, pediococcus,
oenococi, hilgardi și plantarum.
Plantarum and
da. Deci, dar în general e prezent oenotecii, adică oenobacteria și pediococii.
Most of them are pediococcus and oenococcus, with a different metabolism, of course, behavior.
De ce am întrebat acest lucru? Toți colegii mei care au crame mari au această problemă. Nu totdeauna reușesc ca în luna noiembrie sau la sfârșitul octombrie să poată să separe vinurile de pe depozitul de levuri și de bacterii și să evite această creștere care se întâmplă. De obicei, enologul știe că îl așteaptă o perioadă grea.
So Mr. Context says that in the big wineries, at the end of November, has these problems because they don't have time to extract the wine from the yeast deposits, and came with these problems of different.
And the rendement of the acid volatile.
So what I can suggest to you, we can come in your places and we can make trial parallel one, and we will see how much you are having increasing volatile acidity, and what will happen when we will have our suggestion on your process by adding our product. This is the best way we can do. Thank you.